Hi everyone, I am out here with the goldenrod. I wanted to show you all what I'm talking about. This is goldenrod. Um, this is along my fence line, and see how goldenrod, it comes up to a point and it's got these individual little blooms on these stems. They all sort of go into a point, and the leaves are long and thin. Let's see if I can get that close enough so you can see it. See how the leaves are long and thin, and how the blooms look. That's goldenrod, and I have a lot of it out here. I mean, out here in my little field, you can see how many I have. When you go to harvest them, you'll get quite a few, and you want the leaves, but you want to make sure that the leaves don't look like that. You want some nice leaves, because it's the last thing you want is some nasty leaves. But what I do is I hang them upside down like this. I'll gather a bunch together and hang them upside down like this, either in my kitchen or someplace where it's dry. I am sweating after coming up that hillside. But I rinsed them and I put a rubber band around them, and I just hang them with a hair tie on my window so it's dripping. I'm not worried about the water. And the ones that are dry look like this. See how it dries out? And the limbs get a little curled up. And to strip it, I just hold it like this, and with 2 fingers, and I pull it into the palm of my hand. And there's the leaves. The petals, you can do the same with them by just, pulling them off, and there's your petals. It doesn't take much to remove the petals off of this thing either. But there those are. Back in the day, they used goldenrod tea as all kinds of stuff. I am not kidding. From sore throats to bladder infections or urinary tract infections to thrush. They used it for people who had chronic nasal issues. The list goes on about this, and they used it as a mouthwash sometimes for the thrush, is how they used it that way. And I don't know. The reason I know this stuff is because I got this book. Yeah, I got this book, and when I want to find out something, I look it up, and it shows me the picture of what goldenrod looks like, and I can go in there and see what the uses of it is for. And just make sure. I always say, make sure you do your research. Research. and you'll find out if it's right for you. Research and physician. It's the best thing I could say. I have a meatloaf in the oven. I have my tea ready to drink. I have my goldenrod hanging in the window drying. Life is good. If you don't like hanging your herbs to dry or anything like that, you can also dry them in your oven. Lowest setting possible. Leave the door open just a little bit. And if you can get a fan in there, maybe to blow the air around a little bit, it's good. But if not, don't worry about it. Just don't burn it. Because if you burn it or you cook the leaves or flowers, then you ruin the medicinal purposes. That's the word. You ruin that because it sort of destroys that for the body to be able to use. But my throat's a little sore, so I am going to read my book. I really like this book. And relax. Today is a day of relaxing. I am tired and I could use this tea. It smells so good. And it's a mild tea. And once it gets to where it's steeped enough, you can see the tea leaves have fell to the bottom. The little petals and the leaves sort of sink down low. And it's got this real pretty, you can't tell, but it's got this real pretty green hue to it and a white cup. But I got my cactus cup today. I don't know where I got this thing at either, but I like it. And if there's anything else you need to know about this goldenrod, just let me know. You know, I bring it in, I wash it, and you're supposed to dry it a little bit, but I didn't, people. I didn't. I just hung it up. It'll drip dry. And then let it dry. You can do it in a dehydrator. I done mine last year in a dehydrator and some like this. I did them both. The dehydrator works really well if you put it on the herbal setting. I think it's like 90, 95 degrees in your dehydrator. And within a few hours it's dry and you can take the leaves and the petals off or your flowers off the stems. And you can put them all in one jar or you can separate them like I do. The leaves are stronger than the flowers. The flower has a more mild, sweeter taste. But the leaves have more potency of the medicinal purposes in them. And there's all kinds of stuff. Research goldenrod. You'll be surprised at what all it does. They used to have it in the medical books back in the 1800s. And that's how I found out about it in my herbal and medical herb book. But as I always say, I don't always say, but in this video I've said it a lot. Ask your doctor or physician to make sure you can drink this stuff. You don't want it to be counter-reactive with any medications or anything. I don't know if it is. They say it's not, but be on the safe side. Ask your doctor because you don't want to hurt yourself in the long run. And I'm rambling at this point and I just want to go sit, read my book, drink my tea, and wait for my grandbaby to get off school. Then the fun will begin. Until next time, God bless you all. I'll see you again. You'll like this stuff. I'm telling you, you'll like it. Especially with a little honey in it. Because sometimes some of us need a little bit more sugar. Today's my day.